Come on, buddy. Thank you, fellas. Step on back.
For 30 years, Brendan Johnston has been rocking the music world. He has become one of the most sought-after drummers and booking agents in all of Connecticut. Brendan worked his way up from playing in basements and garages, all the way to some of the most notorious clubs and venues in the state. Tonight's episode will trace Brendan's musical roots and take you inside his world of musical genius. Brendan Barrett Johnston was born on June 21st, 1975, in Norwich, Connecticut. As a young boy, his older brother Kevin introduced him to rock music. While other kids his age listened to Top 40, Brendan immersed himself in the classic rock culture. He listened to bands such as Black Sabbath, Rush, Jethro Tull, and Emerson, Lake and Palmer. But there was one band that stuck out from all the rest: Deep Purple. Brendan's love for Deep Purple took on a life of its own. Like a drug user, his addiction started out harmless, but then became a monster he has still yet to tame. It began with innocent CD and poster purchases. Then he moved on to multiple concerts over the span of days. He even traveled to different cities and countries to see this band. Brendan's addiction hit rock bottom when he started attending Deep Purple fan club conventions, like the one seen here. We found this picture on a Deep Purple fan club website called the Highway Star. Brendan began idolizing the members of Deep Purple. He followed their music careers very closely, even including their side projects. He would find ways to meet them by showing up early in parking lots or stalking them after concerts. Brendan's one of our biggest fans. I've met him several times at our concerts over the years. He's a strange young lad, but a great fan of ours. I think he's even bought me a beer one time at an after party. What can I say? He spent so much money on the band, I've been able to buy a yacht. Brendan's passion for Deep Purple and music inspired him to learn the drums at a young age. He practiced countless hours in his parents' basement. He would play along to songs of the bands he admired most. Eventually, all of Brendan's hard practice would pay off. Brendan played with several bands throughout his music career. First, he started off in high school with a duo named Spontaneous Combustion. He and friend Chris Giard got their big break at a high school talent show. After their debut performance, they decided to only play the basement scene all the way through college. After college, Brendan joined forces with a band called Hey Janet.
I went into another band with a fellow I knew, Ted Petrie was his name. He introduced me to a group of people. It was kind of a weird lineup of different people, and it didn't really work.
The band consisted of Kevin Frazier, Ted Petrie, Andy Petrie, and Leslie Shelton. Brendan earned his keep by being the driving force of the band that had pre-existing internal turmoil. This eventually led to the breakup of Hey Janet, but led to the birth of another band called Deep.
I remember I met this short guy with funny little glasses on, and I hit it right off with him. I don't know why. You know, he was the smallest guy in the band. Maybe I just related to him because we were like about the same size.
Brendan and Leslie found common musical interests and formed the band Deep. They also found a common friendship that led them to be roommates, but nothing more. Deep had a rotating door policy for bass players. They went through several over the years.
After the original couple shows with Chris Giard on bass, I look back at that as being the formative years. I loved every minute of it. Playing with Chris was great. We were kind of hungry, I think is the word for it. And then Chris left. We replaced him with Ted Petrie. He filled in a couple shows, did a good job. Then he left, and Big Jim Hofeld came in. We have a theory: when the going gets tough, you either call it a day or you call them the big guns, and we call them the big guns.
But nonetheless, Deep was able to leave their mark on the Connecticut music scene. with their unique blend of alternative folk rock music. Several years later, Brendan started a cover band side project called Three-Eyed Fish. He recruited former bandmates Ted Petrie and Chris Giard to complete the trio. It was during this time that Brendan became a drumming force to reckon with. He and the Fish became a touring machine. They played some of the best clubs, bars, outdoor festivals, and even a high school prom. It was during this time when Brendan fell in love again. But this time it wasn't with a classic rock band. In July of 2002, Brendan married his girlfriend Amber Birmingham. They had a wedding fit for a rock king and queen. All of their family, friends, and bandmates were in attendance. Now it's June of 2005. Brendan Johnston has had a spectacular music career filled with highs and lows. He will be turning 30 soon and continues to rock with a new musical venture called Diminishing Jim. Brendan still continues to struggle with his addiction to Deep Purple. But no matter how strange or ridiculous his addiction is, Brendan has a wife, friends, family, and bandmates that love him very much and will help him get through.